My name is Jason Old. I'm an associate professor of Spanish and Latin American and Caribbean studies. And I've been actually here at Southeastern since 2007. And so been here quite a while, seen a lot of amazing changes at the university. And actually one of the one of the most amazing changes, at least for me at the university, is how we've began to embrace foreign languages. How we've built out some amazing study abroad programs to Cuba, to Nicaragua, and really just opened up both the Latin American and Caribbean studies program as well as the Spanish program in a way to really equip people to go out into the Spanish-speaking world and have a really tangible impact. My goal is obviously to teach language, but beyond that, to teach history, to teach culture, to teach, to basically give people a taste of what it's like to be in the Spanish-speaking world, a part of the world that is home for me and, I can never get enough of. So I try to articulate that love in the classroom and inspire these students to really, beyond anything, travel. Because I believe that with travel, it will radically change your worldview.
And could you name some of the courses that you currently teach?
Yeah, I teach a whole wide range of courses, but I teach all the levels of Spanish grammar, and so that's really essentially from the most basic class, Spanish 1, to Spanish 4, and beyond that, we have conversation class, which is an absolutely essential class for anybody who is, got a brain full of grammar that wants to use it. And it's a good way to build confidence, when you go into the Spanish-speaking world and you're not just walking around with all this information in your head. You've got some experience using the language beyond just taking exams on grammar. On the Latin American and Caribbean study side, which is sort of on par with Spanish, it's just apart from the grammar, it's studying Latin America, looking at the women's roles in revolutions, women's roles in social movements, sort of the power of women activism in Latin America. And I think that's something that's been overlooked for a long time. And I'm grateful to be able to build a class that highlights the role of women in these movements, the essential role, the vital role, and beyond that, looking at Latin American film, looking at Latin American literature, and that allows me to help the students take a dialectical approach to history and see that it's not a one-sided story. To approach history, to approach literature, to approach film, to approach everything that is related to Latin America from, a multifaceted and nuanced approach. Because if you don't do that, you're just really missing the mark, in my opinion at least, because there's so many different stories to be told. There's so many different ways of viewing all of this. And that's sort of at the heart, for me at least, of the Latin American and Caribbean Studies minor, or the program itself. The other thing that really just kind of caps it all off, to be quite honest, is taking a study abroad or participating in a study abroad program. I mean, there's no better way to engage with a culture than to be immersed in it, honestly. It's just virtually impossible to simulate it in a classroom, at least as far as I can tell. And so there's no better way to tap into culture and embrace it and engage with it than being in it. And so the study abroads are just designed to give you that academic approach, kind of check off the academic part, but at the same time just get into culture and have some adventure, and really, quite frankly, just combining adventure, immersion, and education packed into a program that gives students, I would go as far as to say, the experience of a lifetime, honestly.
Wonderful, thank you. So, if we could you give me just like a 1 or 2 sentence statement beginning with the study of foreign language is important to me because?
Oh, the study of foreign language, I mean, is important to me because it allows me to engage with people around the world. That's what I'm all about. I love people. I love humanity. I love culture, and what better way to get intimate with a culture than to know the language?